Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood episode 5. Yeah, last time was one of those episodes that you dread to see, that is painful to see, that it really hurts you. But not because it's a bad episode, because it was a bad episode. No, it was perfectly done. What the episode tried to do, it did it perfectly, masterfully. The problem is, or the problem lies, with the fact that what the episode tried to do is to make you feel bad, to make you angry towards a character and a specific character, to make you hate said character, and to really fall in love with a cute little girl only to be taken away from you in the most hurtful and inhumane way. Yes, since I started watching this episode, watching this series, sorry, I dreaded that episode. As I said during my commentary after the reaction, because I knew I had to see it again. This time, though, at least I have the satisfaction that the bastard that really did that to his daughter, and yes, I don't want to say his freaking name, at least I have the satisfaction that he died. Because he deserved nothing less than that. And yes, thanks to Joaquim, I now know that yes, in the end of the manga, there are little kind of sketches, doodles, with the villains and with the heroes that died during that chapter, ascended to heaven, except for that bastard. He is burning in hell, and yes, that is so well deserved. Thanks to the implications of last episode. Because yes, I said that during my commentary. He didn't do that for his daughter. He did it because he was a selfish bastard. That is the most kind word I can give to him. Yes, I really hate that character, which of course speaks volumes of the episode, that you can hate a fictional character with such a passion. And yes, you can see the diminished state of my emotions during the reaction. But yeah, let's try to not forget, but try to pass that episode, and hopefully with a little more lighter. I don't think it's going to be just smiles and sunshine and rainbows in the next one. No, but yeah, it's going to be a lot lighter than the last one. But anyway, yeah, I think I've spoken about this in the last episode. So yeah, let's just cut this and watch the next one, shall we? Okay. Oh, that is so cute. Yes, he is. What? Oh, yes. Yeah, that's a nightmare. It's not a memory. Oh, boy. Yeah, poor Ed. And it's understandable why he's feeling like that. Yeah. Yes! Now a new conflict is arising. Yeah, a new conflict. Oh man. Yeah, I remember this part too. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, I remember this part. Yes, exactly. That is the problem with the fanatism. Yeah.
流血は流血を、憎悪は憎悪を呼び、膨れ上がったエネルギーをこの地に根を下ろし、血の門を刻む。何度繰り返しても学ぶこと。
Yes, that is true.
人間は愚かで悲しい生き物だわ。
だから我々の思うつぼなんだろ。
Yeah, a lot more. Yes, exactly.
食べちゃダメ。ところでエンビ、いつまでその格好してるつもり？
Oh boy.
やだな、ノリだよ、ノリ。
Yeah.
変身するならやっぱり分かって可愛い方がいいよね。
Envy, yes.
そして今もどうにもならないことをどうにかできないかと考えてる。
Oh, again, show. Thank you for showing me Nina
バカ
again.
だ。あの時から少しも成長しちゃいない。雨ならモヤモヤした気持ちしてくれると思ったけど、今は顔に当たる一粒すら鬱陶しい。
Yeah, it's understandable.
肉体を持たない僕には雨が肌を。
Yeah, but you need to be careful. You need to.
それは寂しいし辛い。僕はやっぱり元の体に
Yes.
人間に戻りたい。
Man, this show is. Oh.
逆らうどうにもならないことだとしても。
Oh, crap! Oh, crap! Yes, they reacted. Yes, oh boy. Yeah, this part. Oh man. Yes. Oh. Yes, just run away. Yes, he's not going to do that. He is going to destroy the arm, yes, and he won't be able to use alchemy. Yeah. Man, I forgot just how freaking powerful Scar is. Oh man, yeah. Come on, there must be something. Oh man. Oh yes. Oh. Yes. Oh, this part, dude. Yes. Again, yeah, I'm gonna speak about this later on in the freaking commentary. Yes! Yes, he's incredibly skillful. Yes! Yes, exactly! Oh, yes! Armstrong! Oh, yeah! Try not to destroy much of the city. Yes! Armstrong! I don't know why he's naked now, but yeah, I love him! Yes! I love Armstrong. Oh, that always brings a smile to my face. Yes! Oh, he's not a complete alchemist? Yeah, it's kind of hypocritical of him. I don't know. I don't know why. And I don't remember why. I actually don't remember why. Yes, the skill. Yes. Yes, he's the bigger threat. Oh, oh, yeah. He can read him. Oh.
早いですね。一発かすっただけ。
Holy. Okay. Yes. Yes. He doesn't care about that. Yeah. He's running away now.
地下水道に追うなよ。
だからアルを置いて逃げるわけには。
Yeah. Oh.
なんでだよ。俺だけ逃げたらお前殺されたかもしれないじゃんか。
殺されなかったかもしれないだろう。わざわざ死ぬ方を選ぶなんてバカのすることだ。
He was willing to sacrifice, but yeah, I understand this one. Yeah.
何度でも言ってやるさ。生きて生きて生き延びて、もっと錬金術を研究すれば元の。
Oh man.
ニーナみたいな子を救う方法も見つかるかもしれないのに。
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, I understand both sides.
右手もげちゃったじゃないか。兄さんのバカだね。
ボロボロだな、俺たち。
Yeah, you are.
壊れたらありゃしね。
You need new auto mail. Yes, you're alive. Well, you can call that living. Yes. Oh, of course. He didn't know before that. Oh, yeah.
何はともかく弟の体は言い逃れができんからな。だからイシュバールの生き残りであるあの男の。
Yes. But I don't think it's only that. Yes.
関係ない人間を巻き込む復讐に正当性もクソもあるかよ。醜い復讐心は神の代行人ってオブラートに。
Yeah, that's true. There is something different there, but I don't want to say anything.
向かってくるのは事実だ。そして我々も。
Yeah, he's awesome.
次に会った時は問答無用で潰す。はい。
ある。お前たちはどうする？これから。
Need to return to Winry.
歩き出すよ。生きてる限り立ち止まってられないからな。
兄さん。
まずはお前の体を治すために。
Yeah.
俺の戻さないと。
They need to return to Winry.
魂の定着方法を知ってんのは俺だけだからな。
だね。
Oh.
久しぶりに行ってくるか。うちの整備士のところに。
Yes. Okay, yeah. That is the spoiler right there. Yeah. Again, dark episode. It's not as cutesy as I said during the intro, but not as dark as, well, the last one. Yeah. Why I say this? Because it's not an immediate threat. It's not something. Well, yeah, it's hard to explain how it's not the massacre of thousands of people or the explanation of thousands upon thousands of people less dark than the transmutation of a little girl and an animal. So yeah, but still, yeah, I don't feel as bad as, well, I don't feel bad just in the last episode, just like the last episode. So yeah. There are a lot of stuff I don't remember here, which is a good thing, of course. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna watch this again as always, and you like my comments. See you in a bit. Okay, I'm back. I just watched a second time the 5th episode of the series. And yeah, it's again a heavy one. Not as emotional as the last one, because yes, the other one has the heavy weight of emotion, because the episode is made to make you feel for the girl, to make you love that little girl. to make you protect the little girl. And the way it was taken away from you, that's what make it more heartbreaking in the moment. This one, yes, there is an emotional attachment to this one, but it's of a different kind. You cannot blame anyone here. You have a clear villain in the last one. You have a more subtle plot in the new one. But yeah, the first scene we're seeing of the new episode is, of course, the mother. At the beginning, I thought it was kind of a good memory of the mother from Edward. But no, it actually was a nightmare, because in a moment the figure transformed of this beautiful woman, it transformed into this disgusting creature that they created once they tried to make the human transmutation. And of course, he saw Nina and Alexander again, and this kind of weird fusion again to see the monster that they become, the chimera that they become. So yeah, it is an awful nightmare, but it's understandable. Because again, I have spoken about this in other videos of other series, but yeah, you need to see the consequences of the actions. You cannot just put something as heavy as the last episode and in the next one having no repercussions in the next one, because yes, there is always something deeper in there. And yes, you can see the consequences in here, the psychological consequences, because these guys are still pretty young, are like what, 15, 16 perhaps. So yes, obviously what happened there, it's something that will create an emotional baggage on them. The nightmare is completely understandable, and my guess, this is just one of several nightmares they watch. I don't think Ed has an easy rest now, thanks to, well, what he saw before. And of course, he went to visit Mustang, and he finds out that that the monster was killed by another person. Again, I refuse to say his name. I know he has one, I remember his name, but I refuse to say his name. He figured it out and he wants to go see them. Of course, they are not allowed. And my guess is because Hawkeye tried to protect them. It's more to protect them than anything else. But yeah, we're seeing the scene crime, and yes, this is something I forgot, that not all the characters in this series have the same amount of information that I do, or that even other characters have. Because yes, the only ones who knew about the Alchemist Killer, the State Alchemist Killer, were Mustang and, not Mustang, I'm sorry, Armstrong and Hughes. Those were the only two who knew about this guy. Mustang didn't know, Hawkeye didn't know. So yeah, it is a shock for them. And now, of course, they are warned, because now they know that there is a killer that go after state alchemists. Only state alchemists. And that's, as a friend, Hughes tells Mustang that he should be really, really be careful in the city, because now they know that he is in Central City, and I mean Scar. Yes, by this moment they reveal the name, or the name that I know him for. But of course, we're seeing another scene. In this case, we're going back to the High Priest. We know that he's dead. We know that this city was supposed to be in a rebellious state. But thanks to the manipulation of the other three, in this case, Gluttony is more of a not intelligent enough to do the manipulation, and of course the help of Envy, they managed to create a revolution within this city. The heathens, or the ones they consider heathens, and the people they consider themselves holy because they are following the lecturing of Leto. This creates, of course, a conflict, a major conflict, and that's why I react the way I react during the last moments of the reaction, when it's kind of the few commentary I did. Because yes, this is an awful scene. We're seeing the massacre of people, the hundreds and hundreds of people, by their own neighborhoods, by their own brothers, perhaps even. Because yes, again, that's what the fanatism of religious, or every kind of fanatism fanatism do to you? They create this other persona that doesn't understand reasoning, that is just seen in a very close mind field. So yeah, that's why I really, really hate fanatism, and it's not hate, I'm really scared of fanatism because of the consequences of segmentality. Yeah, it doesn't look like much when you're just seeing from afar, but once you're within this fanatism, within this lack of reasoning, that's when the things become dangerous. Because if you don't share the same point of view as other, that fanatic is going to do whatever it takes to make you change your mind. And if you don't change your mind, it doesn't matter for the fanatic. You deserve to die because you don't share the same set of mind. That's why I find it very dangerous and scary even. But of course, we're seeing now the true form of these trees. In this case, as I said before, envy. And yes, they are discovered, but of course, gluttony is just eating away. They have plans for the future, especially plans for Ed. They don't care about many people. They just care of the few people that they want to sacrifice for something else. Again, I'm not going to say anything in case you're seeing the series alongside with me for the first time, but there is something really important in there. Anyway, yes, we're seeing this kind of scene with I was going to spoil something else, yes, but no, with these three guys. And then we are cutting to another scene in which, of course, is a depressing scene with the Elric brothers. They are trying to see the world as what it is. Because, yes, after what happened with Nina and Alexander, the vision of these two boys changed completely. And very understandable. They believe, in a certain degree, that the world is white and black. They don't see these gray lines. But now they're starting to see that the world is perhaps even blacker than they believe. They couldn't conceive the idea of a father sacrificing their own child to gain something. And that's what makes them depressed. Yes, they understand, well, they kind of understand that death is part of life. It's a cycle. And this is something that their teacher told them before. But they still didn't understand that. They just see words and they say, oh yes, dead. It doesn't matter. We're going to change that. And they believe, or at least Ed believes, that he hasn't grown, and I mean psychological or as a character, much since that moment. I think he has, but not enough. And yeah, this is a very depressing moment because yes, they want to wash away their sadness and their regret and all of that thanks to the rain. Of course, this is impossible. This is a longer process that they're not going to change that drastically unless something drastic happens. And that's when we are seeing Scar, because now Scar is going after not the Elric brothers, only against Fullmetal, against Ed. And yes, this is an amazing fight because they are completely gone. Hell, I was gone for a while. I didn't notice that it was a Scar in that moment. It was shocking because there was somebody there. I never noticed that it was a Scar, but then suddenly go bam! Whoa, grab! It's a Scar! Yes, run away! Because the guy is extremely powerful. And yes, as I said before, he is using alchemy to defeat his enemies. And he is relentless. And he is very skillful and he is very powerful. He has the alchemy on his side, but he has this skill to back it up. Because hell, even against bullets, he's fast. That is unbelievable. Yes, he's chasing them and they go to the city and he blocks their exit. So they are forced, and I mean the Elric brothers are forced to fight him. Unfortunately, he's way too fast, he's way too skillful. He destroyed the armor of Alphonse. Literally, he's Alphonse. He destroyed Alphonse in that moment. And once he tried to fight back, and I mean Ed, is the arm is destroyed because he noticed that he needs to clap his hand to make a circle, let's say, and to create the alchemy that is needed to fight, in this case Ed. He destroyed the arm, the automail, and he's getting ready to kill Ed. Ed is willing to sacrifice his life to save his brother. He's willing to let himself be killed just thanks to the promise that he is not going to touch Al. This is really dark, a dark turn. Al is not happy. And yes, I know, I have seen the last series. I know that Ed wasn't going to die in this moment. I knew that. That doesn't change the fact that this show is so good that the tension you are feeling in the moment is real. You, in your subconsciousness or in your consciousness, start to believe, oh God, he's really going to kill Ed. That is how well done is this animation. That make you feel, even if you know the result, they make you feel the tension in that moment. I really felt that Ed was going to die. Luckily, of course, part of the military, led by Mustang, arrived on time. Scar abandoned his current target, Ed, and goes after Mustang, the other alchemist that he was going after, I guess, in the city. Mustang is full of pride and just, oh yes, I'm gonna deal with you in seconds. He didn't remember that rain affects his gloves, and he cannot produce the spark to make the flames. Luckily, Hawkeye remembered this, and of course, kick him in the freaking legs and save his life by shooting him away. Again, luckily, Armstrong is there, and I start to rain fists upon Scar. And I love the animation there, because yes, as I said before, Armstrong, I love that guy. I love the exaggerated way he moves. I love the way he speaks. I love Armstrong. And yes, you can see that he is really skillful. He's really holding back Scar. Scar is very agile. But Armstrong is agile too. And yes, this amazing fist fight with combined alchemy, yeah, it is incredible. And yes, again, the freaking part in which he has to be naked. He has to show off his muscles. Yeah, it's funny. It's a little bit of humor amongst the really good action that we're having here. Yeah, even when Scar thought that he has the advantage above Armstrong, Armstrong can read him so well that he's caved the intentions of course, hitting the freaking side of the stomach of Armstrong. And that's when, thanks to the bullets of Hawkeye, and yes, as I said before, he can dodge bullets. Thanks to the bullets of Hawkeye and one of the best marksman there is, or markswoman, I don't know. They discover that he's an Ishbalar. I think it's Ishbalar. I think is the correct name for the people from Ishbalar. And yes, that is when we're given the background of this terrible, terrible incident that happened, and we're speaking in the episode 2 or episode 1 of this new series. That there was a war. There was a war in the East against against the people of Ishbala. Ishbala. Man, I'm terrible at these names. And that's why, of course, it's kind of a revenge plot from Scar. Again, I'm not saying anything else. They were massacred. And according to the original story, or the military story, the official story in this world, is because of an accident. Officer just shoot a little girl, and that started the freaking rebellion in the East. And of course, since they were so fanatic and so relentless. They have to call the alchemists, and they were forced to fight in this war. And really, it was a complete massacre. And yes, we met some of the alchemists that we have seen before. The one in the first episode, both that we saw in the first episode. The one is locked behind bars, and of course Mustang. I think I saw Armstrong. I saw the general that is in charge of the weapons or something like that. The one who was killed, the first confirmed kill, or the first on-screen kill of Scar. Yeah, that is the revenge plot of Scar. Of course, this is not a good explanation for Ed. This is just sugarcoating the revenge plot against people who never had anything to do with the war. Because yes, he's going after every single state alchemist and trying to say that they are going against God. That is how Ed see these. Well, this guy, he's not respecting him. He's just seeing him just as, well, a murderer against everybody. But of course, this is what I was saying about a drastic measure. There is going to be consequences, yes. I don't think we're going to see every single bit of the consequences of Nina's death or Nina's transmutation in this case. No. But there are still consequences in here. Luckily, this drastic measure that they take in a certain moment against Scar, because yes, the discussion between Al and Ed after Scar ran away in the sewers, this is kind of a shock, because the little brother said, "Why didn't you run away?" And of course, Ed said that, no, because he was going to kill it. But what if he wasn't? He's just after state alchemist. And yes, you need to live. You need to learn how to recover your body limbs, and you need to learn how to recover my body, because I want to live again. And the only person that can do that is you. Yes, the trust that Alphon is putting on Ed is unbelievable. But with a good reason. Ed was a genius before. He always was a genius, Ed. Later on, of course, thanks to the information given by somebody, God in this case, to Ed and cost him a leg, that's why he is even more talented in alchemy. Yes, I know this is something that has been established from the beginning. And the only one who can really attach, or perhaps one of the few people who can attach a soul to an armor, is, in this case, Ed. So that's why it's necessary for him to live. Because if he just chooses the path of death, which is what was chosen in the previous scene, because he was willing to sacrifice his life for his brother, he will have thrown away all the potential that he still has. He was throwing away all the possible discoveries. The discovery of returning the body to somebody else. The discovery of returning the limbs to somebody else. Perhaps even the possibility of, well, helping somebody who has been transformed into a chimera. So yeah, that's why Alphonse is so angry against his brother. And yes, they have to say this out loud. This was a huge help and a drastic measure for them to be able to move forward. Because they need to move forward so they can grow more and they can amend their mistakes. That's what Ed needed. A wake-up call of that caliber. And yes, in the end, of course, they have to return to their hometown to get the automail repaired or reconstructed even. And we're going to see Winry again. And yes, I know I can say her name because it was mentioned in one of the few first episodes of the series. Yeah, we're going to see Winry again as their mechanic, or his mechanic in the case of Ed. Yeah, I cannot wait to see her because, yeah, she was my childhood crush when I was, 16 or 17 when the series was out. I don't remember my exact age, sorry. I don't know if I was younger or older than that. But yeah, as I said in previous videos, I do have a thing for blondes, and yeah, Winry is beautiful, and I love the way she behaves too. So yeah, I cannot wait to see Winry, because we are seeing Risa, and yes, okay, I'm gonna shut up for a moment about that. My fake romantic interest in here. Anyway, yeah, I think this is a more cheerful episode for the ending, because now they really are trying to advance more. The last one is really giving you, in the last moments, a sense of defeat, a sense of really hurt. This one is more of a triumphant moment. Not that triumphant, but good enough for you to feel better for this episode. And yes, now Hughes knows the truth behind the Elric brothers, but he's going to keep it a secret from the higher ups. So yes, an interesting episode. I really don't have much to say about it. It's a pretty straightforward episode. And yes, I love it. This one I really do love. It's a good feel episode in the end. So yeah, I think I exhausted the topic of this episode. Yeah, I think that's it for now. I think I really exhausted the topic of this episode. The only thing I have to say is thank you for your comments, your likes, your views, and your subscriptions. If you want to be a subscriber, click on the button for subscriptions and on the bell so you can get notifications. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description below. So yeah, guys, thank you for your attention, and well, see you on the next one. Bye.